Young Sheldon highlights the real tragedy of his death via George's final line on the show. The Big Bang Theory long doomed Sheldon's father by establishing his death years before the events of the main show began. His loss was instrumental in changing the trajectory of the boy genius life, especially since not long before that, he supposedly caught him having extramarital relations with another woman. Young Sheldon was able to retcon George's affair story, but the prequel couldn't save him from his demise. Ahead of its series finale, the Cooper patriarch finally met his end. It's no secret that young Sheldon devoted time to fixing George's image from the Big Bang Theory. Initially used as a punching line for both Sheldon and Mary, the prequel opposed almost every single bad thing that the pair hurled at the late patriarch. This can still be a divisive creative direction, especially for those who promote the established franchise canon. That being said, depicting a more nuanced George was ultimately for the better of young Sheldon's storytelling. Having one of the most beloved fathers in sitcom history makes the plot inconsistencies worth it. George's "see you later" line emphasizes how unexpected his death is. There were no indications of George's health deteriorating. As established in The Big Bang Theory, George died in Young Sheldon Season 7, Episode 12. A New Home, and a traditional Texas torture. Despite the plot being one of the most anticipated arcs for the character since the prequel started, the writers were still able to execute the tragedy in the most gutting way possible. George's death happened off-screen, with his colleagues delivering the news to the family at home. Before the tragedy, however, the Coopers' day started much like every weekday in their home. Curiously, however, there was a focus on George leaving, telling everyone, "See y'all later." The Cooper patriarch's farewell may seem innocuous when he said it, but in hindsight, it highlights just how unexpected his death was. The Cooper patriarch's farewell may seem innocuous when he said it, but in hindsight, it highlights just how unexpected his death was. While young Sheldon previously confirmed his health issues, which were insinuated in The Big Bang Theory, there was barely any indication that he was deteriorating. His last mini-heart attack was in the Young Sheldon Season 5 premiere, which was prompted by Brenda Sparks' indecent proposal. George was okay, however. He wasn't drinking or eating excessively, making his demise much more shocking. Young Sheldon Season 7 story makes George's death more heartbreaking. George was finally getting some lucky breaks. After several years of challenges, things were turning around for the Coopers, and that was representative of George's arc in Young Sheldon Season 7. Earlier in the year, he was able to properly mend his relationship with Mary and was starting to re-establish his connection with all of his kids. Just before his death, he was finally offered a great new job that would allow him to better provide for his family. More surprisingly, even Meemaw was supportive of it. George was on the cusp of his dream life, but he just didn't have the time to live it.